amazing how fast the workbench can get cluttered and dirty. Waylon just cleaned this up, and then well, not just the boys, I guess. The kids are busy making toy trucks, transport trucks, and cars and buses and campers and I don't know what. And between that and a little bit of work, soon you can't see the bench anymore. So I'm going to do that. It's a very light duty job. Sort through all this mess and put everything away. And then hopefully we can have some function here again, because it's looks like a bomb went off. Terribly dirty. Good morning, everybody. Another beautiful day. It's so cloudy this time of year, eh? All those wonderful sunny days we had are now in the past. It is still floating around zero. Yesterday we went up to +6. If you're from America, we're talking Celsius here. So +6 is not hot, but it's above zero at least. Zero is the freezing point. That's a good question. Why does America have its own funny system of Fahrenheit when it seems like everybody else uses Celsius? I don't know. Anyway, it's muddy. That's the only problem with this time of year. Everything turns to muck. And we got tractor tire marks all over the place. And that's the only downside to this weather. There's our home. That light is not actually blinking. LEDs seem to do that on camera. All the snow that we had is now gone. There's nothing left. And it's warm. And it'll cool off again, then it's gonna warm up again. Basically, the next 2-week forecast is still really nice. So that brings us to like November 23rd or something. I think it's the 10th today. Yeah, 10th or 9th, I don't know. Anyway, so basically to the end of November is still really nice, which is surprising to me because I've been repeatedly told how cold it is here in Russia. And it's not. It's the same weather we have where we came from. And same weather many of you are familiar with. Even in the northern states, some of those states actually get colder than where we were in Ontario. So this is very pleasant. If it looks like this at the end of November, that's doing pretty good. We are laying out for the shop. We will not get it built probably all this year. I don't know, we'll see how far we get. But I wanted to get the posts in the ground before the ground freezes. That way, if we do have the time or the money is the main thing, this winter we would be able to finish the shop. So essentially, we're going to be building a 100-foot shop by 40 foot. The first 40 feet of that will be an actual workshop bay, insulated bay where we can work in, and the rest will be storage, hay and things like that. And then I'm going to put a lean on the back of it, where we can run a few animals for now. Eventually, we'd like to build a barn over there, but it all costs money. We need to make money first, so we'll do this first, and then we can later on, you know, hopefully when this farm starts making a profit, we can start investing more into it. What we need to do now is mark it out. So we got to put up our batter board so we can get our string lines right. The kids attempted yesterday, but they're not quite right, so we're going to adjust everything, get it ready, because tomorrow the excavator guys are coming to dig this all up. Now, if you're familiar with post frame construction, that's what this is going to be. There'll be posts in the ground, and that's how we'll build the whole thing. Most people, when they do that, just drill a hole. Put some cement in the bottom of the hole and put a post in it. The reason I'm not doing that is because it's clay ground. If you have rocky ground, that's all right because the water can go away. But in clay, the water tends to sit in the hole. So if you drill a hole in here, the water will kind of sit in there and won't go anywhere. And that is where you have frost problems. You have to get the water away from your posts. So what we do, we did this in northern Ontario as well, where there's a lot of clay, is we dig a trench instead. Yeah, and then I can throw a tile in that trench, and I can run that tile down here where it can drain. So any water that comes in beside my posts right away goes down through the sand. We'll backfill with sand as well, down to the tile and take off and not hang around my posts. If there is no water around the post, there is literally no way for frost to grab the post. What happens when it freezes, things expand. Frost grabs a post and heaves it out. It's because there's water around there, and when it freezes, it grabs a hold of that post and then it lifts out of the ground. And to avoid that, you got to remove the water. It can still be nice and cold, really cold, freezing cold, but it won't lift the post because there's simply no water there to do so. That is our goal. So we're going to make 3 lines, one for this side of the shop, one for that side of the shop, and one for the lean on the back. And then 3 lines the other way as well. One for this side of the shop, one for the other side of the shop, and one for the far side of the shed. Storage shed. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it'll all become clear. Don't you worry. I forgot to show you the finished product on that. Well, not totally finished. Sort of finished. Wes has got all the soffits on. Did a great job finishing that up. So we gotta, still gotta finish this little piece of trim on the roof and the fascia. Quentin started bending up a bit of fascia, but then we ran out of time yesterday. And then we gotta go up the rest. I wanted to get these done for sure because the snow could blow up in there, yeah? So we're still hoping to get all the rest done, but it's less pressing. And then the other side as well, it's open there. And this is all ready to go for steel. Oh, we didn't quite get it all done. We'll get that done. And then of course I still got to put Ys in here, so we like to put these cross members in to help hold it and sturdy it. And it also looks nice. Then we're just about getting ready for siding. We got to build the deck over here yet. Cut all these posts off. We got loads of fence posts in. Hopefully next week we can get that done. Sure been a big help having the Frostis able to help us out with this, especially while I'm down and out. Many hands make light work, as the expression goes, and so it's definitely helpful having a few extra hands around here to get some stuff done before winter, whenever it comes. I don't know when it's coming. I haven't got any farther on that building yet either. I'm hoping to get that insulated maybe next week. We'll see how it goes. But the floor is insulated. I just want to insulate the walls and the ceiling yet. And then I got to measure up for steel as well. Yeah, got to put steel on there yet. What are you up to, buddy? Pachimu. Just cuz? It's not starting?
It was basically started and then...
Yeah, she's a hard starter, eh? Mm-hmm. Even with the new battery. I wonder if we need a new starter on it, because it seems like it runs slow. Eh? Mm-hmm. Maybe. And then just a complete engine service would be good. Yeah. Wes coming with the string line? Waiting for the strings. Very good, very good. Alright, so in case you don't know, we set up batter boards. This is what I call a batter board, like this. Why is it called a batter board? I don't know. This allows us to put string on, yeah, and then determine where our building's going to be. Now when we start, I do know kind of where I want that line to be, so we started on that one. We kind of eyeballed square over this way. When we got all 4 points set, which we don't yet, we got to set this last one. It's in the wrong spot. It's got to go move more over. Once that's done, then what we're going to do is measure corner to corner. And this measurement has to be the same as that measurement, and then we'll know that the building is square. Yeah, we don't want to build, we want a square corners, we don't want one that's funky looking. And so that's very important, and we have to get these set so that when the excavator comes tomorrow, he's coming tomorrow. When the excavator comes, he'll be able to dig in the right spots. So this will be workshop plus room for cattle in here. There's going to be another wall here somewhere. Okay, and so this portion will just be for cows. Pretty small area, I know. And this portion will be workshop. And then it just goes from here basically down to that batter board. It looks long in this camera, but it's not really that big. It's about 100 feet approximately. We're going to go in metric, so 30 meters, which I believe is 2 feet shy of 100 feet. And then you can see this stake in the ground maybe. Yes, that stake there, that's approximately the width of the workshop part, and then that's the width of the cattle shed part. And I hope that's going to work out well for us. I think it should for now. Can always make it bigger later. The shop portion then will only be up to, you see these batter boards, they're getting ready for the cross line. And those batter boards over there, there's a chilly wind right now. Anyway, that'll be here. So from that point to this point will actually be an insulated workspace, and the rest here is just cold storage. We could park our tractors in there, park some hay in there, things like that. Beautiful view, beautiful day, beautiful country. Life is absolutely wonderful. Okay, all done and squared up, ready to roll. So I don't know if you can see here, we got this corner to right where Waylon is. Oh, I need my other glove off in order to zoom you in. There's a line there. So that is the workshop, insulated workshop portion. Up to this line here, yellow line, right here, and over, yeah. And then the back part of that is going to be one long, it's hard to tell here, but anyway, it's going to be a longer, about 20 feet wide by 100 feet long, roughly, where we can have a few cattle in right now. And then that is going to be equipment storage. And like I said, we can always expand on this, but this will be suitable for now. We would like this insulated workshop area so we can start building things to sell, as well as fixing equipment and just different things like that. Space to work, right? That's not outside. And then the other part, I'd like to keep my equipment inside if I can. I realize that's not a real big work or big shop for storage, but I can at least fit the tractors in now. And then, like I said, later on we can expand it. It's also not a very large barn area, but it'll be more than suitable for now. And then we can grow as we can afford it. So there, that is ready to go for tomorrow when he comes. And yeah, it's just exciting. One more thing. It all costs money. It all takes time. I constantly worry we're gonna run out, and we have to make sure we have enough to get to a point where we're profitable. A farm should stand on its own 2 feet, so it's very desirable for us to get it to a place where it starts to earn an income. Right now it doesn't earn any income, it just costs money as we invest more and more to make it operational. But I'm very hopeful that next year it will be, that we can grow produce and meats and different things, cheese, eggs, whatever, to sell and start turning a profit. So that's our hope. And then at that point we can start giving back to the community and doing different initiatives that we hope and plan to as well. It's a long-term dream, long-term goals, I guess. Nothing happens in a day. Kids horsing around with a wheelbarrow, having some fun. All right, that's it. Bye-bye.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.